Sorry, wasn't a fan of these ones.
Son of a bitch.
Hey guys, welcome to their top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 overrated movies of 2023. Yes, the year isn't quite over yet. I have more top 10 lists, overrated, underrated, in this guy's opinion. Yeah. I enjoyed my vacation. Thanks for asking. I'm back. Before the year's out, I wanted to make a couple videos to finish out 2023. It's just like a new thing I've been doing since last year, or did I start this last year? Yeah, like doing overrated and underrated movies. I think it's interesting because there's like a lot of these like movies that people praise that I'm just like, I don't see it, but some people do. But I also like to talk about like those hidden gems that people just didn't watch or didn't give a shit about, but I gave a shit about it. So let's do the overrated list. And I just gotta stress this, like really gotta stress it. This is not me saying I hate these movies. These movies are trash or garbage or bad or whatever. They're just movies that people really enjoyed, critics enjoyed, and just a lot of people liked that just I didn't get into them. I just wasn't a fan of them. Not here to shit on them, just say they're not for me. To me, they're overrated. That's it. All opinion. I think you all should know that. So let's get to it. Number 10, Elemental. Pixar's Elemental. A lot of people are saying this is like the return to form for Pixar. Not even close to me. I thought this was going to be a great movie because it's a Pixar movie about the elements. That's so awesome, but they focus just on fire and water and a romance, and it's all a metaphor for interracial relationships. And I'm like, right. You know what? It could work. It could work if the characters are compelling and the relationship is actually, genuine and you feel a connection with them. No. Both the characters, the fire girl, Ember, is unlikable, and the water guy is just a dumbass. And I just didn't buy their chemistry, and I didn't buy their romance. And that is the soul of the movie. If the whole soul of the movie doesn't work for me, the movie doesn't work. And I just didn't see what other people were talking about with like, oh, it's such a beautiful love story. Not really. It's a very cliche, predictable love story that I've seen a million times in a million Julia Roberts movies. So, just wasn't a fan of Elemental. But people liked it. Critics liked it. What am I to say? I wasn't a fan. Coming number 9 is Cocaine Bear. This is another one. I didn't get it. I didn't understand the love for Cocaine Bear. It's a bear on cocaine based off a true story. That's it. And everyone's like, it's genius. It's so funny. It's so out there. Love this movie, everybody. No. It was just stupid. And I was like, well, that's the point. I'm like, I don't know. There's some stupid movies I kind of dig, but I was not into the Cocaine Bear. I thought it was ridiculous. The CGI bear was hideous. The characters got on my nerves. I didn't know who to root for. The coked out bear or the piece of shit characters. I'm like, can't everyone just die so the movie can end? But yeah, I didn't like it. I know everyone, this was like the ultimate guilty pleasure, fun, dumb movie of 2023. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't find it fun. Sorry. Coming number 8 was Russin. Russin is one of those like political activist sort of movies about an important story about the guy who worked with Martin Luther King and all that stuff. This movie should have been very interesting and moving and motivating and an educational watch. And it's none of those things. It's formulaic. It's generic. It is boring. It's not informative. It's one-sided. It's preachy. It's everything I dislike in biopics. And I love a good biopic about a good story and even a good political figure. And just this wasn't it. I just did not like anything I was watching. The lead performance and Chris Rock were pretty decent, but the movie just didn't work for me. People loved it, but wasn't for me. Going number 7, I was going to put it at number 10 because there's actually a lot of parts in this movie I actually really liked, but I'm putting it here because everyone put this on like their best of the year. So me putting it overrated, it's gonna piss people off, but that's why you make these lists, right? Poor Things. I'm ready for the hate. Poor Things is directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, and I know everyone's here to just like call me out, like you're just a Yorgos Lanthimos hater, and I'm not trying to be a hater. I try every time to like his movies, and I just don't get into them. However, his movies get gradually a little better. Like I hated The Lobster, I hated Killing of a Sacred Deer. The Favorite I wasn't a fan of either, but it was better than those two. And Poor Things is better than The Favorite, but still overrated. Emma Stone's great. And it's very creative, and a lot of it's cinematography and production and visuals. It's like it's creative. You can tell this guy has a lot of unique and kooky ideas. I just was not invested with this story, and I'm not invested with any of his stories and any of his humor, and I hate all his characters. Like I like to get invested with good, compelling characters, and I always hate how just annoying or unlikable his characters are in his movies, and just the whole movie is like, yeah, you should watch it for Emma Stone's performance, but it's just not a very watchable movie in general. Like, just go on YouTube and watch a bunch of her scenes. You'll just see how great she is in the movie. But I just was not a fan. I'm not a fan of his work, and I'm not a fan of his storytelling. And it's just me. This is just my thing, and it's just my opinion, and just my thing with Yorgos Lanthimos. I'm just not a fan. And Poor Things, it's on this list because everyone thinks it's a masterpiece. I don't. Sorry. Number 6, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. People loved it. People were calling it one of the best animated films of the year. Not even close. It's not even close to Miyazaki's Boy and the Heron, or Makoto Shinkai, Suzume, or of course Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. But everyone says this is like, finally an amazing Ninja Turtles movie. Probably some people are saying it's the best Ninja Turtles movie. I don't even think it's close to even that. I think the original 2 Ninja Turtles movies, the Jim Henson costume puppet ones, are fucking amazing. I love those movies. I even like the animated TMNT movie, and there's a lot of good shows and video games. There's so much better Ninja Turtles material, graphic novels, video games, shows. There's just so much out there Ninja Turtle-wise that are just better than this. This one feels tamed, it feels safe, it feels just nothing like the Ninja Turtles. I think these kids are also too young. I know I think they're teenagers. They sound like 9-year-olds, and they're teenage Ninja Turtles, not children Ninja Turtles and stuff. The only thing I liked about this movie was the animation was pretty cool, and I liked Ice Cube as Superfly. Other than that, I was just not a big fan of Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, but that's just me. Number 5, this is the movie everyone just disagreed with me on when I did my review. Everyone's like, you're wrong, this is amazing. Sorry. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm a huge Guardians fan. I love the first 2 films. I love the holiday special. I think Guardians is just a great team. I love all the characters of Peter, Drax, Gamora, Nebula, Groot. I love them all. They're great characters, and the camaraderie, the team. Great soundtrack, James Gunn's direction. I love those movies, but I don't know. I was not invested with this movie. I thought they were throwing, again, too many Marvelisms, too many crazy visuals and shitty jokes, and I don't know, a villain I didn't care about, and just again, after Endgame, like, I feel like every story just kind of ended perfectly with Endgame, and just I don't know what they're doing. Also, there's no Sylvester Stallone. I thought they'd go more into like the details of like Yondu and his old crew, but not really. They go into more details with Rock, and I will say that is like the best part of the movie of Rocket Raccoon and his sad backstory. Other than that, I just didn't give a shit. I was not caring about these characters that I love. I've loved for all these movies, and I just didn't care about what happened to any of them and how their stories ended. And there's just so many fake out deaths, and just I don't know. I just was not invested with this movie, and I just didn't care. I didn't laugh. I didn't cry. I just had no investment, and it sucks because Guardians has always been a franchise I've loved, but Yeah, wasn't a fan of Guardians Volume 3. But hey, I'm in the minority on that one. Number 4, the Dungeons and Dragons movie that a lot of people thought was a lot of fun. I didn't. I thought it was silly. I thought it was juvenile. And I thought it was a waste of time. There was a couple action sequences here and there. I was actually kind of looking forward to it. It kind of looked like a Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves sort of thing. I don't know. I didn't like it. I don't know how to just like. You know when you just watch a movie and you're just not a fan of it. Just I don't know what it is. Something about a movie like it's not like insultingly bad, but it just like you can't get invested with the story or the characters. You just don't give a shit. It's just like wasn't for me. That's what this movie was. Perfect example. Wasn't for me. All right, top 3. Number 3, Beau is Afraid. This is a movie I literally don't get why people like. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not that good, and it literally is weird for the sake of being weird. It is literally just trying to be gross and abstract and pretentious, and it's just trying to get a reaction out of everybody and trying to get the artsy fartsy people to be like, look how avant-garde it is. I'm just like, I don't know. I thought it was pretty bad. I don't know where he was going with this, and I know everyone's gonna be like, well, you just didn't get it. You're just not an intellect like I am. I'm like, no, I could see where he was going with the messaging. I just didn't think it was done well. And again, this is another filmmaker, Ari Aster. I've never been a fan of either, just like Yorgos Lanthimos, but hey, people liked it. It bombed, so there you have it. Okay, top 2. Number 2 is The Color Purple. They made a musical of The Color Purple. Why? What is with these remake musicals? They did it with Matilda. They did it with Waitress this year. They did it with The Color Purple. They're doing a Mean Girls. What is this musical remake thing? I don't get it. Could they stop it, please? The Color Purple, the original Color Purple movie, is a very good movie. It's a great movie directed by Steven Spielberg, and it's wonderfully acted. Like, Whoopi Goldberg and, like, Danny Glover are fucking amazing in that movie. It is a very well-written script, and the cinematography is just out of this world, and what a great movie, and making it into a musical, I thought was just silly. And I know everyone's like, whoa, no, the music, you can get more emotionality out of song. And I'm like, you can sometimes, but you don't need it for The Color Purple. It's like making Schindler's List into a musical, or Downfall into a musical. Like, why would you do that? And I wanted to watch this movie to see it, to believe it, and just like, okay, maybe I'm missing something here. But no, it's literally just the same Color Purple story with just different actresses and songs that just didn't really hit well or strike with me. And just, I'm like, all I kept thinking this whole movie, I'm like, the original just did it so much better. So why do it again? Why remake it? Anyways, number 1, I think everyone knows what number 1 is. Everyone remembers my review. That's Barbie. Barbie is the most overrated film. It is the highest grossing film of 2023. This and Mario Brothers. Actually, I like Mario Brothers. Barbie, was not a fan. I know it's getting all this love because of the Barbenheimer. I think Oppenheimer was so much better. I know everyone loved it. Everyone's getting Oscar praise, and Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I did not. I thought the messaging was overly pandering. And again, this is something we've seen before. I don't know what is so groundbreaking about this movie. I've seen stories like this before, fish out of water stories, overly feminist stories about how men are the problem. I've seen messaging and stories like this. Like, I don't understand why this movie was just so mind-blowing to some people. I actually thought it was super underwhelming. I thought, like, the Barbie world in the beginning was kind of cool, but when they get to the real world, it's shit I've seen a million times. I think Ryan Gosling was probably the funniest, probably the best part of the movie, but I don't know. I don't get it. But who knows? People like it. Good for you. I wasn't a fan. So yeah, that's my top 10 overrated movies of 2023. It's just in my opinion. Let's have fun with it, guys. Comment below. Give me your guys' top 10 or even top 5 most overrated movies of this year of 2023. Let me know. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, for this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.